The Ultimate Spider-Man comic 2024 up to 2025 now is good. Not only is it good, it's probably the best Spider-Man comic out at this moment. It makes the mainline continuity of Spider-Man run look like Captain Marvel and its multiple reboots. It just needs to go away or needs to be better, right? Like there are obvious roots to it being better, but they just aren't. They're just not doing it, right? Um, Now, I do think that the main line can be better. Yeah, like the fact with Paul and stuff like that. What's funny is that recently I went ahead and looked into the newish Venom comic line, I guess, right? With the Venom with the gold Venom symbol on his chest, and it has Eddie Brock's son, who point blank doesn't fuck with Paul, right? I think it's fucking hilarious. But yeah, just the main fact that they keep shitting on Peter turns so many people away because there's the Paul situation. It fucked up so much of what the fans loved about like the whole comic, like the trust in the comic line. I don't think it's really recovered ever since. So when Ultimate Spider-Man came out with Peter as a family man, many people were happy with it, and they were just like me included, right? I was like, good, he needs this. We need this. We need to see this man happy. That's what everybody wants for not only just Spider-Man, just Peter, like because everyone fucks with Peter and everyone fucks with Spider-Man. So of course we just want the best for both of them. So, but if we keep getting storylines where he just keeps getting shit on, like no one's going to like that, like point blank. The idea that Peter Parker has to be constantly unhappy or in situations where his relationships in his life get ruined or strained to the point where he doesn't even talk to many other people is genuinely pretty fucked up, right? No one lives a life like this unless you are genuinely a piece of shit that people just can't stand. And it sucks to see Peter go through all this. Like, who the fuck wants this for a hero, right? So seeing Peter with MJ as his wife and having kids is just amazing and just a breath of fresh air, right? As a fan of both Peter and Spider-Man, I love seeing both of them thrive. I love seeing the family many people wanted for Peter to have, and just him juggling being Spider-Man without so much like, you know, venom in their relationship between him and MJ. Like, who the fuck wants to see that shit, right? Who the fuck wants to go ahead and see him struggle 90% of the story, right? It should be at least maybe like 20-30% and getting lower as he ages up, because of course a lot of his struggles happen when he's like younger, right? He's a young lad, he's going ahead and trying to balance life, and as he gets older it's supposed to get easier, maybe with a couple more bumps here and there, but it's supposed to get easier. That's my whole thing, right? About the good old Parker luck. The Ultimate Spider-Man story revolves around Peter now as a father, a husband, and now Spider-Man, who tries to figure out the whole superhero gig, right? He would soon meet Harry, who, with a goblin-style Iron Man suit, would fight crime with him. And of course, Harry has a harsher way of thinking and won't hesitate to kill people, unlike Peter, of course, because he doesn't want to kill anybody. Both even got their ass beat by the Kingpin, who has, like, I guess, some, you know, physical enhancements, but besides, like, him being just 99% fucking muscle, right? It was pretty crazy and fun to see. Even Uncle Ben and Jameson having their own subplot going. They left the Bugle and made their own paper, and it's pretty fucking cool, like, to see on the side, right? It doesn't take over, the majority of the story. It's like a nice little subplot that they, you know, slip in here and there. It's really nice, right? They even poked around Harry's company and put together that either Gwen, who is Harry's wife in this timeline or universe or whatever, or him, is the Goblin, right? Fuckers even made a bet against each other on who is the Goblin, which is fucking hilarious, right? It's fucking funny, since they did it in front of Harry, who revealed himself to intimidate them, and they sort of just looked at him and just I can't fucking speak apparently. Both of them looked at him and sort of just exchanged money, right? I'm pretty sure it was Jameson who bet on Gwen being the Goblin and made a joke about him not being sexist because he thinks, hey, you know, it could be a fucking possibility. Who the fuck knows? So it was kind of funny. So Ben took like what, $20 $10 or something. So yeah, that was pretty cute. That was pretty funny, right? It's interesting. It's stuff like that sort of just makes the whole story feel really nice, right? And at the end of the day, Harry just sort of just gave them like information on what's really going on in the world, and how their world is being manipulated by these. I forget who they're fucking called. I really, I'm just gonna be honest. This big old group of motherfuckers who went ahead and stop people from getting powers and changed the whole events of what's to come. Right, stopped Peter from being Spider-Man and so on and so forth. Right. So after that, the Kingpin did put together a team, a Sinister Six, if you will, to fuck up Spider-Man, right? The team included Mysterio, Black Cat, Mr. Negative. Gee, I wonder why, right? Craven, of course, and I think another guy. I don't know his name. I know there's Bullseye in there too, but I don't remember the other guy. I'm not gonna lie. That one guy that I cannot remember or know his name tried to fight both Harry and Peter. Yeah, and failed pretty badly, and he got blasted off a fucking building, and Harry just did not care. He just sat there like, get the fuck out of here. Peter did send a horde of civvies to fuck up Peter, like fucking up his suit and everything, and like it's just crazy, right? And towards the end of the 12 issues out right now, Craven has both Harry and Peter in a jungle somewhere tied up. So yeah, sucks for them. Sucks for them. This leads me to believe that at the end, the orb thing that has Peter's whole psyche and stuff, that had the spider and the nanosuit in there, because it can talk, right? It has like a copy of his psyche and whatever, made a body, like a complete copy of Peter's body to inhabit. So to sort of preoccupy everybody while Peter is captured, of course, right? That's where the comic is at the moment. A few cool things like Tony showing up and basically telling Harry he isn't important enough to be on a specific list of heroes and so on. He even went ahead and shut off his fucking suit in front of his face, like goddamn the disrespect. And even Peter, who had his mask like taken off by Harry, was kind of making fun of him, like, see, it's not cool. It's not cool when somebody does it to you. I swear to God, they made MJ a goddamn freaking this fucking comic line, right? As she fucking should, right? The sexual innuendos are enough, but she just point blank asked Peter if in one panel, I'm gonna show it right here specifically, if he wants to fool around, right? Fuck around, right? God bless these two and their goddamn family, honestly. But I swear, if Paul shows up and tries to riz up MJ and Peter beats his ass, that will officially make this the best comic out right now. I'm just being honest. But I think if like the writer of this one does that, I feel like the writer of the other like the mainline continuity of Spider-Man might get pretty mad. Since Paul is pretty much his choice or whatever. I don't know the difference between writers at the moment right now. I don't really pay attention to that shit. But it's pretty fun so far, this whole comic line, right? But yeah, the fact that people fuck with this more than the actual run of Spider-Man speaks a lot about what people want from Spider-Man and the stories told with him. I definitely feel like if Marvel is going to produce a comic book line like the Ultimate Spider-Man series, where the stories themselves aren't going to be a continuous effort like the mainline continuity of Marvel, right? Then they should really think about maybe just going ahead and making an animated series based off these comic books after a certain point, right? Like, key point, I guess, Ultimate Spider-Man, right? Of course. It ends on Christmas Eve, right? On Christmas Day, I'm pretty sure, whatever, right? With 12 issues, each issue itself could be an episode, and they could have a 12 episode season right off the bat, while producing the next batch of episodes while going ahead and premiering the series, right? That could be really cool. Hell, even just use the series itself to promote the comics, not even just the next issues of the Ultimate Spider-Man series, the other ones like Black Panther, Avengers, X-Men, whatever, right? It makes fucking sense. Imagine instead of getting your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, we get an Ultimate Spider-Man series, not the one with Drake Bell, but one based off the 2024 comic series. That would be incredibly fucking cool. I think a lot of people would actually go to Disney Plus and or pick up the comic a bit more if they had this story a lot more in their face, right? Because comics don't really go ahead and show up in your daily life, right? But if there are commercials about the TV show, about, Spider-Man as a grown-up with kids and stuff doing his thing, I think a lot of people would go ahead and tune into that, because a lot of people will love that. Like right now, the comic series is fucking selling, right? People love this story, right? And honestly, if they do it how anime has been doing it for a long time, if they give the animated show based off a popular comic run that isn't necessarily canon a chance, it could net them big success. And with the recent fuck up of Marvel What Ifs, don't get me started with that shit. That Howard the Duck shit fucking pissed me off. And everyone's like mad about Captain Carter being like in damn near every episode, but I mean, I guess I don't give a shit, but like, we had cool stuff that they went ahead and showed us in, like, not even previews, like, just off the wall, just like compilation style, like in the beginning or some shit. I don't remember, man. This shit's so fucking dumb. But if I keep going ahead and talking about it, I'm gonna get fucking mad. But I just want to say that they need to do something animated wise that will mainly keep the younger generation invested in the property while keeping the older generation more interested, right? Not more, but at least interested, right? I just wanted to talk about the Ultimate Spider-Man series because it fucks so hard. It's really good. Actually, my wife actually got me the first issue recently when we were in Chicago, and it was really nice. I love her so much. She gave me an actual physical copy, which I am very happy about, which, shout out to her. She's amazing. She is truly amazing. These books are good quality. Like, you can read it online or whatever, but I honestly prefer you actually like getting the books, like actual physical copy, because they are actually really fucking good. And, would you be open to an Ultimate Spider-Man 2024 animated series? That could be really fucking cool. What are your thoughts on Spider-Man and the state of the comics now? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Stay healthy, stay happy, mentally, emotionally, and physically. See you guys later. I'm pretty sure I fucked up my ending, but hey, whatever. See you guys later.